Hello, my name is Gary Stogdill. I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm 60 years old, and 3 years ago I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's B-cell lymphoma. And how I come about to know that I had this, if something was wrong, is I had a tumor a little bit smaller than a baseball, actually a softball, at the bottom of my spine on the right side, on the right wing, the glute. It has a tremendous burning sensation. Well, to make a long story short, I went through the chemo, 6 treatments of chemo. I went through 20 treatments of radiation to reduce the tumor down. Of course, there is bone damage from where the tumor was on my bone. Cancer's gone. My blood work, I get checked every 6 months. Blood work's fine. Tumor's gone. But I've been in constant pain 24/7 with neuropathy, which is damage that I had to the sciatic nerve because of the location of that tumor. With the size of that tumor and with me working out in a gym on a regular basis, I was damaging that sciatic nerve more than I realized. And once we found the tumor, of course the exercise had stopped. And so I went through the painful process of the chemo and radiation to get rid of that. But the side effects, I guess you would call them, from that is neuropathy. I had sciatic nerve damage, and it hurt me from my waist all the way down to my right foot, since the tumor was on the right side. My muscles would cramp, my hamstrings would cramp on a regular basis. And I've tried everything for the last 3 years. I've tried chiropractors, I've tried pain medicine, and I've tried them all. I'm not a pill-taking person, so understand that. I'm not really on taking any kind of drugs. So I had to be in quite a bit of pain for me to try to take a drug. And I've had laser therapy, I've had herbal baths, I've had reflexology, I had massages, I've had just about everything known to man out there. I've tried to get rid of this burning sensation. Because of my age, I'm still not ready to retire yet, and I have a very physically demanding job that takes a lot of effort. And when I put on my work boots and stuff, the pain was just excruciating because of the burning sensation. And if I can describe the burning sensation I'm talking about with neuropathy, the burning sensation, if you can imagine, when you get a really bad sunburn and then somebody comes up and grabs you, how much that hurts, well, that's the constant pain I would feel around the clock, 24/7. And then with the neuropathy is numbness. The bottom of my foot was numb. So it's not that it hurt me, but the problem with numbness is I couldn't feel the gas pedal or the brake pedal in my car. So I would start off real fast, what we call in Texas a jackrabbit start. And when I hit the brake, I'd hit the brake harder than I realized. So I'd really have to look down and see what I was doing with that foot, to make sure it was placed right. Because at times I'd hit the gas and the brake at the same time. And then also when I'm at my job, I can't feel the bottom of my foot when I'm going up a ladder to do some kind of job or something. So I'd have to physically look down and make sure I placed my right foot where it needed to be on the rung of the ladder for safety reasons. So with this pain and with this neuropathy, I was seeking every avenue I could find. Well, in Texas, I was on vacation. I took a little 3-day weekend with my wife. And we stayed in a bed and breakfast in Fredericksburg, Texas. And that one morning we come down for breakfast, and it was a community gathering. I ran into a doctor. A doctor sat at our table, and we got to talking. He was telling me about his practice and stuff here in Sonoy, Georgia. So, of course, when you start talking to a doctor, you bring up your cancer and what you had and what you went through. And he asked me if I had any side effects. I said, yes, I do. I got neuropathy. And so I explained the extent that I've just explained here about the damage and the pain I'm going through 24/7. And he said he has a clinic in Fayetteville, Georgia, that it's a new treatment. It's called EST, electronic signal therapy, and it's relatively new out, and that he thought that the technicians could treat this neuropathy. They've had great success with it. So long story short, here I am in Georgia. I came up about a month later and started therapy treatments. I've had 7 treatments now. On the second treatment alone, I could feel the difference. I could tell something was working. The first treatment, there was a little bit of pain, but after the treatment, but I think that because of the damage of my nerves and the treatment that made my nerves start acting up and say, hey, what's going on here? There's something new being applied to me, and I don't know what it is. But after that, there hasn't been any pain to that, like that. I mean, it wasn't bad enough to, it was just discomforting where it was. But since then, I've had about 6 more treatments since then, and the pain's nearly all gone. It's actually moved down my leg, out of my hip, and down to the foot, and then the top side of my foot is not burning, don't have the pain there anymore. It's gone into the toes, and now it's out of the toes except for the big toe. So the treatments are finally gradually getting rid of this neuropathy, the burning, tingling sensation out of my foot, and it's working its way out. So I have about 1 or 2 more treatments to go, which will be 9 total, and they're about 25 minutes long. And I think it's going to do it. It's going to do the trick, because I'm here today and I have no pain at this moment. I'm right here telling you this, giving you my testimony that it works. It works good. Each treatment I got, the pain would go away longer and longer. I think the first treatment I got, it was gone for about, it was only gone like 30 minutes and it came back. But it didn't come back as severe. The next treatment I got, the pain was gone for like 9 hours. The pain started coming back, but not in the same location. Not as on a broad area as it was before. And it didn't come back as the severity rate that I had before I received any treatments at all. And each treatment I get, it gets better and better. What little discomfort, it's not really pain now, it's the little discomfort in my toe comes back, but not the severity rate. But I'm very optimistic that in the last 2 treatments it's going to be gone, because I'm very, very comfortable at this point with it. It feels great compared to what I've been through the last 3 years. It's a miracle for me. I wish we'd had this treatment on 3 years ago. But I'm here to tell you, give it a try. I'm here to tell you it's working on me, and I've lived with pain for 3 years. And I know there's a lot of more people out there that live with a lot worse pain than I've got or had for a lot longer. And I've got everybody back home in Texas just waiting for me to get back. They want to see how it works and everything, and so I'm gathering all the information I can, because I know there's a waiting list out there. There's a waiting line to get this treatment, and I'm here to tell you that it's working for me.